Today, let's talk about Voomote Zapper. Now, Voomote Zapper is a German brand which, beyond imagination, is going to be doing the distribution and importing of this product for now. Now, what is this? It's an app-based accessory for all the iOS devices, which includes your iPod Touch, iPhone, and the iPad. So, what the Voomote Zapper does is it converts your iOS device, that's your iPad, iPhone, and iPod Touch, to a smart universal remote control. So, before we go ahead with the features and everything, let's look at the box and the packaging. This is the Voomote Zapper. If you look at the whole thing, it's a very simple, clean. This is the device, that's the brand name, and as it says, made for iPod, iPhone, and iPad. This is a smart black. They do have different colors, but as of now we are going to get the black one only. Let's turn around. On the side we've just got some warning: not suitable for children. Voomote Zapper, designed in Berlin, Germany, and made in China. This side we've just got trademarks, clarifications. On this side, so this packaging comes with a kind of a handout, I would say, which basically talks about the Zapper. As you can see here, it says Voomote Zapper Universal Remote Control plus TV Guide. Now this TV guide we're going to discuss further when we talk about the features. Let's open this up. Over here it gives you the list of features, what the device does or the accessory does, and it says the compatibility mode. So if you can look here clearly, I'm not sure if this is clear, yeah. So as it says, it is compatible to the iPod Touch 4th generation and the 3rd generation, iPhone 4S, iPhone 4 and iPhone 3GS, iPad, all the 3 versions. So we've got the iPad, iPad 2 and the new iPad or the iPad 3. And it gives you the basic description on what this product does. So in simple way, what this device does is, if you're like me, if you've got a TV, audio system, a DVD player, a set-top box that's like your Dish TV, Tata Sky, etc., and plus you've got a projector at office, you've got a handy cam, many other consumer electronic goods. Now the whole problem around all these is there are too many remotes for those. I mean, for each device you've got a remote. So with the Voomote Zapper, we remove this remote and we make the iPhone, iPod Touch and the iPad as a universal remote for all these devices using this accessory. So let's go ahead and open this. The opening part is simple, but you guys have to kind of be careful. So you need to chop this, remove this. You need to cut this at the same sellotape. Plus they've got a very connecting here in which the sellotape is connected, if I'm sure. Do you see this connection? So this part is sellotaped here. So you need to ensure that you cut that from a knife or a scissor, and then it just comes out, and this just pops out, which should be happening now. There. So we're going to keep this aside. That's the Voomote Zapper. There's a clip on here to remove this zapper, which we'll take ahead. Let us remove this box. They've got a quick QR code reader here. What it does is it does nothing but a card. I think they do have a wallpaper for each color of zapper. So if you scan with your iPhone camera with the app which can recognize this, or you could also visit the website given on this. That's the website, and you can just complete the Voomote experience, download the wallpaper. Pretty cute thing. Not really important, so we'll keep that in the side. There's nothing but the manual, user guide manual on how to set up and everything, so we'll keep this also aside. So that's the content. Let's come back to the device. You need to ensure when you're removing this, you're a bit careful because that's a bit tight, and this just pops out and you've got the print. So let's keep all this aside and let's focus on this. So this is the device. I mean, I pretty much don't have to explain anything. This is basically the dock connection, where this basically goes into the iPad, iPod and the iPhone at the bottom, where you connect the charger or the sync cable. Simple in the front, there's the black with the logo here. There's the glossy black. This basically has 4 IR boosters, so the connectivity to the TV or any device is real good. So let's get started. What happens now? There are a lot of features which, I mean, I personally love the way they've thought through the product. For simple example, I'll just show you guys. So that's my iPhone 4S as of now. So let me unlock this. So the moment I connect this product, this is one of the, I mean, it's small, but a very good, precise information for a customer who doesn't know what this does properly. So the moment I connect this, as we said, this is an app-based product, right? So now, which app do we go for? So there's an app called Voomote Zapper on the Apple's App Store. So let's just connect this. Now the moment I connect this small but very good gestures, you get a pop-up saying application not found. This accessory requires an application you do not have installed. Would you like to install it from the App Store? So the moment I tap on this, it goes to the App Store, shows the Voomote Zapper. So I can tap on the same and I can go through the whole listing. And let me try to zoom in, guys. There, yeah. So I can browse through the app, and it's a free app there. So I can click on tab. So the plus sign indicates that this is a universal app. So it's compatible to all the iOS devices, to be it an iPhone or an iPod or an iPad. So I can tap on this free install and I just say install app. So there's a password, so let me just put that in. Okay, so we're ready with the password. I'll just tap OK. This will take a bit of downloading time. I've got a very bad network here because I've configured about 3 time capsules extending the network. So we'll wait for this to download and we'll just continue back once it's done. Okay, so the app is downloaded now and let's get started. One of the best part of this, great thing about this Voomote Zapper is the setup of it is very quick and very easy. I mean, it's not unlike other product which is complex instruction manuals, online installation websites. I mean, the setup guide will take you through every single process, and with the app, I mean, it guides you through the menu seamlessly so that you never get lost. Now, so once you launch the app, let's get the app launch. So the moment you launch the app, you'll notice that the screen goes upside down just because you need to point this device to your devices. So that's the thing. So this is how the app starts with. So you have the start and take a tour. So you can take a tour and see what the product is. It'll describe you all the details. So these are the features what we're talking about. So we've got a setup wizard, we've got a remote control. There's something called teach-in function. So what does the teach-in function does is, it's, I mean, if your electronic remote or your TV or your dish TV model is not present in the database of this app, you can always teach it in using the original remote what you've got. So if you don't think that the remote which you've set up is working correctly, you can just manually teach in the app and you're done. Then you've got the gesture mode. I love this part. I mean, most of the time when you're browsing through channels or you're viewing the channel, I mean, you don't want to keep seeing the device because, I mean, we are in a habit of the remote where we know where the volume button is down, program up and down. So with this, it's the same thing. So if you want to increase the volume, you swipe up, swipe down. You want to change the channel, you swipe left, right, and you can just do gestures. That's finger gestures. Then we have the edit mode. You can literally edit every single button in the app. So the remote what you make, you can actually customize it the way you want it. So when I say you want it, I've got a remote here. For example, now in India, I don't really think this works. We don't usually use these, and for sure we don't use these buttons. These are useless. So with the app on the iPhone, you can actually not have these. So you just have the set of things like your programs, the numerical channel, the browsing mode, the menu for the settings of the TV. That's it. So this is one beautiful way to customize the remote the way you want it. Then we have something called the One View. So what One View does is it basically creates a personalized remote which controls pretty much everything. Combination of your, let's say, a DVD and a TV on one screen. So instead of having two remotes, you can control both of them from one screen by default. So that's One View. Then we have the One Touch, which is not applicable here. iCloud. This is one of the best features I love. So if you're like me, you'd be having an iPhone 4, you've got an iPad, and you might have an iPod Touch. Now what happens is, let's say I've got this device. I've set up all the remotes at my home on this iPhone. What happens when I connect this device to my iPad? Let's say I keep the iPad as it's for home. I'm going to set up everything here and leave it there. So with iCloud, what happens is all the remotes what you've configured on this device gets synchronized with all your devices through iCloud. So that's one of the best part. So let's get started. We'll just cancel this and I'll just take you through. We won't be configuring any remote or everything. What I'm going to be showing you today is show you the basic startup setup, how quickly set up and intuitive is the setup. Second, how do you do a teach-in on a basic view. And then third, the edit mode, where we would edit, literally remove, add, do all those stuff. Yeah. So let's get started. So I say start. So the moment you start and you come to a view where it asks you to add a room, right? So we'll just go ahead and add a room, let's say a bedroom, and a bed icon is coming. Now when I tap on this, you can actually edit the name of the room. So I can just rename it and say, okay, demo for Voomote Zapper. There. And I say done. The name is demo for Voomote Zapper, no more bedroom. I can even change the icon. I've got a lot of icons. So I've got a lot of icons, and let's say, yeah. And I can just say done. Now I can add devices, as it says here, add the device. So when I tap on the device, these are the categories right now supported by the Zapper. In near future, we may look at more categories from the manufacturers. That's the Voomote. So let's see, we'll just go through the list, which says television, DVD player, Blu-ray player, your cable box, your satellite STB, that's your Dish TV, Tata Sky, etc. Then we've got the digital video recorder, the video projector. So if you've got a lot of projectors at office, configure it and you're on with your iPhone. You don't need to, keep calling the office boy for the remote and changing settings. Then we've got the audio devices, where you can configure pretty much almost all the audio devices which has a remote. CD player, your digital media player, game consoles like your Xbox, PlayStation, Wii, and we have the home automation. I'm not really sure we would have much usage on the home automation. So let's just get so we'll select the simple one, let's say television. So now we're just going to show you how quickly, without knowing much, you can set up a remote right on your iPhone as quick within a minute. So we'll just go to television. It asks you to select the brand, so you can select the brand or you can search. So let me just say Sony, and it searches, or I can tap in here, let's say Sony. So Sony is here. Now see, this app works completely. Okay, what's wrong with this? I don't know, there's something wrong with that. So anyway, we'll go to Sony. We'll tap in. So the moment you tap in Sony, it basically gives you a list of model numbers. This is the model numbers which has already been put on the Voomote Zapper, the app. Preferably, I don't think any of these model would exist in India. So what you can do is, there's an option here called model not listed. So we can just tap on that. Now it says turn on the Sony television and go to next step. So once you set this up, turn on your TV, you go to next step. So it says point the Voomote Zapper towards the device and your setting. So you don't have to like point it at. Just as a normal remote, you'd point to facing the TV. So once it says, so you say next. Now it says watch the device and tap the button. So on your you need to watch the TV and tap this volume plus button. So what it does is, when I press volume on the TV, you would see the volume increasing. So the moment that happens, it will ask you a question: did the device react as expected? You would say no, or if you're not sure if it happened or not, you can repeat the step, or you can say yes, I mean it did increase the volume. So it's just going to increase 1 just to test it. So let's say I say yes. Now it's asked me to do the same thing with channel. So if I tap +1 and the channel would change. So let's say if the channel is not changing, so I can say no. It will then try to set up again, and I tap again and it says response. So did it react now? So I didn't see the TV now. So I can ask it to repeat the steps so that I can retest it to ensure it does what it says. So I say yes. So now it's basically generating a remote and it's added a television. Now that's happened quick, right? We'll just add one more TV. I'll just show you. You do get one more option. So when you say yes and yes, let's say we go to LG. DVD player. Okay, no. Let's say Samsung. Why are we into DVD player? Okay, let's go to television. Let's go to LG. Again, the list of models. I say model not listed. We'll just go ahead. Next. We press the volume. Yes. So I mean, this wouldn't be happening. The list of option what you'd get now wouldn't be for every single device, but I mean, till now I've got this option. So now what we've done is, when we've said yes, as the model is not listed, the software or the app analyzes, saying that okay, these are the 4 remotes which kind of, it knows that it will work with your TV. So either you can test each individual one and then select which one is the right. So if I say remote 1, I would say test. I can then tap on volumes, button, mute, power. I can test all these functionalities. And then let's say I find no, this doesn't work. So let's say if I press menu, it doesn't come up. That's the menu is your settings of your TV. So I would say go back and I would say okay, I want to test the remote 2. I test here again, everything works. So as I know that the menu didn't work before, I'll go to menu and now it works. I can just say use and ta-da. You've set up your TV remote right there in 1 single minute. Now, let's say we add one more device. I'll say satellite STB. Now over here it's not set up, so if I give to dish TV, there is a dish TV here, but that's not for India's, that's international dish. So still, so let's say I say cancel, let's add the dish TV, and I say I do a teach-in. So teach-in, now we're going to show you teach-in option. So with teach-in option, as it says here, point your original remote towards the LED receiver. So I say okay, start teach-in. Now what it does is, so I've got a remote. What you need to do is you need to ensure you place the remote and your iPhone vertically in the same line. So what you need to do with this is, you've got this button, I need to press the volume button, channel button, that's the plus, the top channel, so further channel. So I'll press, and it says press the button, release the button now. So I release the button now, and it's configured. So it asks me to do the same thing for the less. I'm doing the same thing for less, and there, it's done. Okay, let me try to zoom this out more. Country outs there. So yeah, it won't be completely clear, guys, so let's still do it. Now it says to do power, so I'm going to press the power button, and there it configures. It says release the button, and it's configured. Now it says guide. I mean, there's no guide on this remote, so I can just go to next step. Now it asks me for volume, so I'll press the volume done, release the button, and it's done. So volume down, I press the button, release the button, and it's done. Mute, so I press the mute button, and it says release the button, and I'm done. Now the channel, let me just zoom in so that you'll be able to see that more clearly. There. Okay, so this, we're going to skip the whole thing next, so I'll just show you these three. So it asked me to press 1, so I press 1 and hold, and it's configured. Oh, that's configured too. So I can, so let's say I now just configured 1 for both these, right? I can reselect that button and then say, you know, this is what it has to be. So it says release the button and it releases the button. The same thing I can do with the 3. I press release the button, I release the button, and it's configured. So you get the idea, right? You can actually configure the whole thing. So let's just come back here and go to next. You can do the same thing for all these things, and once all this is set up, you have got an option to create a remote, and you've created a remote. So I've created a remote right now. I can go here. Now we're going to come back to that feature which we first learned in. That's your edit mode. So I can actually edit every single of this. Now, how you know if something is not configured? Do you see the difference between the 2 and the 5? So 2 means that it's been configured to some function, and 5 it's not been configured. So let's come back here. I'll say edit. Again, I can rename the thing. So let me just rename it to dish TV and say done. I can change the image to, okay, so I mean that image was more perfect. So, and I have an option to edit the device. So I say edit remote control. Do you see things now, right? Now let's say I don't want this part. I can actually just select any part I want and I can edit that. If you are able to, let me just get that zoomed in more. Yeah, I hope this is clear. So I can copy these functions. I can teach in again. So if I press teach in again, I can reassign the functions of these buttons, and I can still edit them and delete them also. So let me just delete that off. So it says, do you really want to delete it? I say yes, and that's it, that's gone. Now I want to add something. So let's say I want to add the menu and the session. So I can say add. So there I get these options: blank, blank, navigation, number pad. I can swipe, vertical blank, channel smaller one, volume smaller one, media control, I mean the hell lot. So I'll say okay, no, I want horizontal blank. So I just drag this, drop it here. I can place this anywhere I want. So I want it here, I can place it here. I want it here, I can place it here. I can delete again this. I can delete anything I want. So once I've assigned, once I've added something, so let's say I add more, so I can even add a blank bar. So this I can define each and everything. So I can say edit, I can select one. I would say okay, I wanted black color itself. I want a symbol on the same, so I can assign a symbol here. So anything I would want, or I can even put a text in. So I can say text hello, or so that's I enhance, done, and it takes in the letters, and I say done. Or again I can just say okay, test, done, apply. There, the icon is applied. So, and I want this to be, let's say we select, we'll select okay, and apply, and there. And now I can do a teach-in. Okay, so I say done. Now I select this again, teach-in, chase, press and hold the original button. Again the same thing, you do the whole process. So that's your edit bar. I mean, you can just add anything, remove anything to whatever you would want. You've got all the functions at the down, just drag and drop it there, and I can drag that anywhere I would want. Yeah, so that's the teach-in, and I can just save the same, and I can just go back, and I've got all the devices. So that's your edit mode, guys. Now with gestures, how do you activate gesture activation? You just select the remote, go to the top left screen, right? When I swipe, now I'm in gesture mode. So if I swipe up and down, it's going to change the channel, and you can do all those kind of stuff. And I can get a full preview of all my remotes here by pressing this icon. I can go back to my remote, or I can come back and view the whole thing, go back, add more rooms to it, add more devices. So this probably is this is one of the best apps I have ever seen, and we look forward for this product. They've got just amazing stuff. We are waiting for some nice updates, and we should be able to have some great things to do with this. I'm actually waiting where I could actually control my air conditioners and all other stuff, which would be fun. I don't have to carry now. Now the whole point is, why would we want to buy this? See, the whole point is, today's households, they've got too many remotes, and we oftenly misplace all the remotes. I don't say we lose it, we misplace them. We've kept it somewhere, we don't remember where it is. But that doesn't happen with a phone. You're never going to misplace your phone. You're not just going to misplace it some under the pillow or somewhere under the table. It's always with you. And when it's always with you, you've got a connectivity level where it's done. So hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up. Let me know for any clarification on the below comments. On where to purchase this, how do you purchase this, all the other details are below in the description, which should help you out, and you can always leave me a comment and I'll try to answer all your questions as soon as possible. Thanks a lot, guys. Again, Voomote Zapper. The price, this product, as I said, is being imported and distributed by Beyond Imagination. The price is marked at 4,999. That is inclusive of taxes. So hope you enjoy the product. Have fun. Enjoy.